Barnet.
What? Look at you, Barnet. Nice little FootJoy. I didn't realise there was a T going through there. That's quite cool, isn't it? Little tea and ball. Yeah.
Oh, I've got that microphone right
I've seen all the new FootJoy stuff.
What FootJoy stuff?
All the new shoes for next year.
Have you?
Yeah.
How have you seen those?
I saw Hugh.
Oh, you've been chatting with reps, have you?
Yeah. Well, not chatting, but he was there, so he came in, so I saw all the stuff. Some nice shoes coming out. You'll be very, very lucky. There's a new Premier Series with like red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
They're keeping the old ones. Yeah.
They're keeping all the old ones.
Well, they're keeping the white and the black in the I think it's Packard, isn't it? Whichever ones I wear. Jordan ones are staying as well.
What
blue and white ones? Yeah.
He wore them with a pair of shorts this week.
I don't think they're right, do they?
More trouser, I would go. So what is with the clock then? Are you like to keep... So at the moment, it's 4 minutes past 8, which is also incorrect.
No, it's
in
not.
Sydney,
it's 20 to 1.
In Sydney...
It's 20 to 1.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I was 20 to 1. Okay, yeah.
Learn how to read a clock.
And then in Sydney, it's 10 past 10.
Yeah.
In New York, it's 10 past 10. And in Paris, it's 10 past 10.
Yeah, sometime during the day, twice, that'll be right, that clock.
Yeah, it will be, yeah. You're absolutely right, it will be.
So, the clock, I don't actually live here much now, because I live at Mum's in Brixham, so this is over Torquay. So, people can't see, but it's come a bit of a storage for your shop. Behind the camera, it's just a mess. But I am staying here tonight, because I'm having to be over Torquay tomorrow. Yeah. So, I haven't changed the clock, mainly because I'm not here.
Well, I haven't got it's not battery.
This
no
afternoon,
battery.
I'm going to go and get a battery.
I can't believe that I got abuse for you saying that I wasn't paying you enough to even afford a new battery. Why does it always come back on me?
It's funny.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Leicester.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
How are we?
Not too bad. Got a bit of a cold, but
yeah, you have. Yeah,
so
very snozzly.
So it's not the actual sort of acoustics. What do you call it?
Acoustics.
It's not that today. It's actually I've got a cold. So if the sounding is slightly off,
will be perfect. We're all mic'd
up.
up.
But yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah. Well, I've had an amazing.
I saw bits on Instagram.
Amazing trip. We have been and finally done it. Got it over the line. We did our coaching trip out to La Manga in Spain, and La Manga for me is like, I went to tour school there with Laura back in, I want to say like 2008, 2009, and I fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people have been to La Manga, and it's a
popular destination.
Yeah,
isn't it?
And it certainly was. Like, it was a really popular, like when I think about golf courses in Spain, La Manga's there, Valderrama's there.
Yeah.
You know, PGA Catalunia's there, and I'm sure there's other
Barcelona?
ones. Barcelona, yeah. And La Manga is definitely up on that list, and we did 8. There was supposed to be 9 people coming.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one pulled out literally the day before due to catching COVID, so couldn't travel, which was such a shame. So we've given him a full refund.
Good.
So Graham sorted that out, which was brilliant. And the 8 guys that came along, well, what a trip.
Yeah.
What a great experience, really. You know, when we do these trips away and we go and do our golf days, and there's 25, 30 guys there, isn't there? And it's great, and we all have a bit of fun and a bit of banter and all of that. But I just feel sometimes that you don't get, because you're there for 2 days and there's quite a lot of guys there, you don't get to spend loads of time with them.
No.
Like, you spend time with them and you chat with them.
To be honest, I wouldn't want to spend a lot of time with you.
Well, that's true, very true. But
quite happy with
this one was like just that little bit more special because obviously, you know, we're having breakfast with them in the morning.
You get what you pay for, don't you?
You get what you pay for,
in life, don't you?
You do, you're absolutely right. But so no, it was great because you got to spend a lot of time with them, chat, dinner with them, play golf with them. We played golf with everybody on the trip, or I did. We just moved the groups around.
To be honest, if I was an amateur golfer looking to improve and stuff, I would think that a trip like that which is quite intense. That would be I would have a coaching budget, and then I'd use that for a trip such as that, I think.
Yeah. No, it was really, really good. And obviously James Urquhart came out. My brother Paul couldn't make it again last minute, but James Urquhart came along and brought his Sam Putt Lab, and we know, and we know that James is like, that's his goal, is to be a top of the range coach, you know, and you know, me just watching him coach and watching him, it's great to see, because obviously we've developed him.
Well, you trained him up in respect, didn't you? Because he was at Torquay with us.
Yeah. Went through his PGA.
For you, yeah.
So, and he, obviously the guys took to him really well. He played some great golf when he was over there as well, which is always quite nice for them to see.
He was a very good amateur, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player. Good player. So, and now what I'm doing is I'm piecing together a video for them all. So each person will get a video, a bespoke one for them. Brilliant. So James and I have done a bit of a wrap up about the things that we've talked about during the week. Yeah. We've done a bit on the golf course. So Jordan was out doing lots of filming on the golf course for us as well. So piecing it together, probably 10, 12-minute video that they're part of. Yeah. Which is kind of, I don't know, it would just maybe have a feel that they're in a video, which is kind of part of the channel and part of what we're doing, you know. Yeah. So, yeah, really good, really good. So we will be going back.
Weather looked good as well, didn't it?
Weather was just about right.
Yeah.
I was saying to Graham on one of the days, I was playing with Graham Ruth in one of them, and I just said, God, I'm just out here playing, and this is like the perfect golf weather. 18 degrees. I've got a pair of shorts on. You know, I'm not too hot, I'm not too cold. It's just really good. Sun was out.
Yeah.
I see your cow's back.
Yeah.
The cow in the fridge.
I think it needs to be filled up.
Is that what it is?
I don't get paid enough to fill it up.
No, you don't. Or get batteries. No, absolutely.
Might start a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, GoFundBernie's fridge and battery page. So really, really good week. Really, really excited with how that's going to go forward as well. Yeah. The guys on the trip were just great guys. And the other thing is they want to help as much as they can. Yeah. You know, I got some amazing feedback this week from all of them on the trip. I think
that's one of the things I've found the most satisfying and most enjoyable since we've gone full time or started our own. There's a lot of people out there willing to help, and there's a lot of good guys out there that want to see you be a success and see the channel be a success.
What you got there?
Little hair.
A bit of tea bag.
So it's really nice. So yeah, if you can get some feedback, positive always helps. And anything you can improve on, as long as it's not too negative. Yeah. There are some people who just like to criticise everything, but there you go. It's life, isn't it?
You always get that, but I think you always, you try and take the positives and negatives, and you got to look into those negatives as well. You've got to see, right, well, what are they seeing that I'm maybe not seeing or we're not seeing? Yeah. And how can we look to hopefully improve on it?
Yeah, 100%.
So, on the note of travel, okay, we obviously, these last few weeks, we've been over in France, and the vlogs that are coming out from France are obviously coming out. So there's been now a few weeks where you've not been there,
which people are quite pleased about.
Well, there's a mix. There's a mix. There's a nice mix of those that are happy to not see you there, but then there is a bigger mix of guys
Hopefully it's slightly in that favour.
Yeah, well, there's a bigger mix of actually people that actually want to see you there, and I've probably taken a bit of a smack with it, as in people have had a bit of a comment saying why are you going away when Leicester's not on the vlogs or whatever. So I just wanted to put a little something out there today.
I'll be honest with you, I've not watched much of the recent stuff. I did see the first vlog from France. I'm a couple of weeks behind, so I haven't seen those comments as such. Yeah. But yeah, no. So I'm not travelling because Dan doesn't want to take me. I'm very lucky that I'm invited.
Missing him, by the way. I'm missing him as much as you're missing him.
So I'm very lucky that I'm invited on all the trips abroad and whatnot, and anything I want to get involved in other countries. I would have gone to Abu Dhabi. You went to
Saudi.
Yeah. I would have gone there with Dan, but Lee took my place. Yeah. So I'm not being excluded or left out or phased out or anything like that.
Which we've had.
Which people seem to think. They like to make a little bit of a story out of nothing. Yeah. The reason I'm not travelling is I'm not vaccinated, and the government will not allow me to travel at the moment. I don't want to get into the reasons why. Some of it's health reasons for myself, but at present they don't allow me to travel. So that's why I'm not at the moment going abroad. I'm staying in this country.
Yeah.
So anything that's filmed in this country, I think I'll be a part of.
We'll be on.
But at the moment, you don't really want to. Golf courses don't want us going there in November when it's muddy.
Yeah, busy.
And busy and just
because there's lack
restricted
of
light. So
light.
it just happens that because Dan's trying to get as much content for you guys as possible, it's better to film abroad in the sunshine when he can get more done. If he wasn't doing that, you'd have no vlogs now because we're completely done,
dried up. So. Leicester, and there's some other comments where people are saying, we don't have to go and travel. Leicester could still travel. And to be fair, you could have come to France. However, you'd had to go out there 2 weeks prior to sit in a hotel before we arrived.
It'd cost too
to
much
then
money. We haven't
do
got
that.
Money,
and then when you get back, you've had to self-isolate as well. So it's. I don't, as Lester said, we don't want to get into the political side of it. It's not what we want to do, and it's not something.
I'm not saying
this is not what this channel's about.
Have the jab at some stage. I probably will, but at the moment, I can't or not going to whatever you want to be. So that's the only reason I'm not travelling. But
so Leicester is not being phased out yet, and is still a huge part of this channel. Is a huge part of why I want to do this channel, and we do it together. But ultimately, there's a decision that he's made, and I have to respect that decision, and the channel has to respect that decision, and we move on. And we just work with other people on the channel, and there are some fantastic characters that we've got a great pool of people who we can call upon to come and do all these trips and play the golf and entertain everybody and showcase the golf courses. And there's just, at this moment in time,
just not allowed. So.
Just not allowed.
No. Back to golf.
Christmas special.
We've not really talked about it, have we? I know we had a venue lined up, but...
So we did have a venue lined up, but because of the timings and me being away, we have not secured the venue. So therefore, the timings won't work for what we want to do, and we need to give people enough notice as well. So over the next sort of few days, next week or so, I'm going to try and get something sorted for the Christmas special. The chances are we will announce it next Sunday.
I know people want to come and watch. I know, see it, and we need to get people there for it, as in players and whatnot.
So it's all about the venue, because ultimately this is not going to be just a normal course vlog. No. This is going to be very different, and it's going to, if anybody is on the golf course around us, we're going to upset a lot of people, because there's going to be so many people involved in it. It's unique, it's different, it's hopefully the venue will have space for us. But we want to get this done, and I think it could be quite a good fun thing to do. So next week I will have a little bit more information on that for you.
Brilliant.
All right.
So next week, I thought it was going to be this week's next week.
I know, it's me, innit? I just keep pushing it back, so we will get that done.
So what's been on the channel this week?
So this week on the channel, we have been at Saint-Jean-de-Mont.
Beautiful. Tight as...
Very, very tight. Well, it's amazing, isn't it? No, because it's so unique in the fact that it's like two separate nines, but I think it's less of the golf courses out of the pines, should we say? But it is literally as tight as anything. It's the tightest run of holes I've probably ever played. I mean, we've all played golf courses where they got the odd tight hole. I remember when I played there,
and I was like, "Can someone tell me where the fairway is?" Yeah, there's nowhere to hit it.
But it was a great venue, great fun vlog. Yeah. Obviously, myself and my brother gave James and Jordan a bit of a duffing up. Yeah, in the match.
That teach him.
And Jordan had a bit of a tough time. Yeah. To be fair, certainly in and amongst the trees, and it's so easy to do around a golf course like that, because if you lose a little bit of confidence early on, certainly with the big sticks and trying to get off the tee, it's like being on a golf course with really fast greens. You can lose confidence and you're gone. Yeah,
well, I mean, what I find with those sort of courses as well, you can't start hitting irons off the tee.
No,
because you leave yourself way too far in, don't you?
Absolutely no.
Like if I'm playing, Torquay, Chess, or whatever, and I'm not hitting my driver very well after a few holes, You can plod an iron around, but you just can't do that on those courses. They're too long, aren't
they? Absolutely right. So yeah, it was a good golf course, and obviously I know there's lots of people that always ask, where can we go and look for that venue and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we'll always put a link in the description. So if you watch any of our course logs, there will be a link in the description
to that course,
to that golf course. Generally through Graham Roost's channel as well, so it gives you good options straight away. You know what it's all about. So,
what's coming up this week then? Are you still in France?
We are still in France.
Yeah.
We're gonna be at, I think, Sable d'Or, which is the next venue for us. Sable d'Or is, I think it's one of the oldest golf courses in France. So the idea was to get 18 holes done there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the weather came in pretty bad, so we only managed to get 9 holes done. But at
least you'll get to see a bit of it.
Yeah. And it's a good fun. It's a good fun vlog. So that will be on. So it's a 3-parter, and then there'll be some other little videos that I've got to get out anyway. So there's a few bits coming up for this week. So
it's an exciting week on the channel.
Another exciting week on the channel, Bernie.
Are you in the country this week? Or?
I am now here.
Yeah.
I would say I'm here now to at least 2022.
Can we have that in writing?
I'm happy to write that down. That might be the odd thing. If I go away now, I'm going to be in some serious trouble. So this week coming up as well.
Steve Redgrave in the boat. If you ever see me in another boat, shoot me. And then he was in the next Olympics.
But this week we've got a busy little week because it's moving week for us. So we are obviously Harry's setting up the shop. From the 1st of December, he's setting all that up, but we're obviously going into our new office space. So
looking forward to that.
The Sunday show next week should be in the studio again. We should be back in there.
We're moving. We're like on location a little bit, aren't we?
I know, it's bumping about, isn't it? Yeah, it's good. And but I think once we get this sorted, we get the office set up and settled in.
Should have a permanent place, shouldn't we?
And that'll feel quite nice then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll feel quite
nice. And eventually people can come and sit on the set if they want.
Yeah.
Get their photo taken.
Come and have a little sit on the set. Well, it's like being on Coronation Street set, isn't it? So, yes, busy little week coming up, Bernie. Busy week coming up. Good. So I've got a good one. Something I saw on the TV when I was away.
Yeah.
So, I think they're in Dubai, and Rory has...
Oh, when he ripped his shirt. Why has he ripped his shirt? Just in frustration?
I think he's got a little bit angry about the fact that he's not finished once he's finished that. And I don't know, really. I don't know what... He's obviously got angry when he's got in there and he's ripped it. But I mean, you're right. Like, put your sweater on or something, just a thing. But he was obviously at the window, and the media have got him. Interesting. What do you think Nike will say about that?
So in one way, it's
passion.
Good. It's good that there's pictures of him wearing a Nike shirt like that, and it's probably an image which is going to get retweeted and shared around the world, so it'll probably get more publicity, but it doesn't look too good on their manufacturer if he's able to rip it. But then again, maybe he could rip every single item.
I would have thought so, yeah.
So I wouldn't be overly impressed if I was Nike as one way, I guess, but are they bothered? Probably not.
You're right, though. It's going to be spun in two ways. The fact that there's been exposure on the shirt, that's one. So everyone's seen the tick and he's wearing it. But the other thing is that, do you remember when this happened with Sergio Garcia? Did you remember Sergio Garcia?
Not the shoe, when he kicked the shoe down the fairway.
He's hit a shot, he's obviously playing badly.
It was an Adidas, wasn't it?
It was an Adidas shoe, and he's taken his shoe off and he's punted it down off the tee. And I'm pretty sure he got into a bit of trouble with that, because obviously he's blaming, it looks like, he might not be, it might just be a frustration thing, but it looks like he's blaming the shoe.
Yeah.
Which again is
it's tricky, isn't it?
I think got a bit of negativity from his deal with Adidas at the time, even though he still wears Adidas and has been with them pretty much his whole career, really, I would think, if I remember right.
Titleist to start with, didn't he? Titleist.
No, he was always Adidas clothing.
Clubs was Titleist.
Titleist clubs he was, and then he moved into TaylorMade, and then he Callaway, and I think he's back to TaylorMade now, I think. But so it'd be interesting. I'd like to hear in the comments what you think about that situation.
There's quite a few, like, not necessarily accidental things that have turned into decent adverts, haven't they? Like when remember the Tiger ball when you had the Nike ball and it stopped
rolled
on
into
the thing,
the hole.
rolled in, and they focused in on the Nike.
Yeah, but that's something
thing.
positive that's come out of that. You know,
I don't not necessarily think that all publicity is good publicity, is it?
No, not always. Not always. I'd just be interested to see what everyone thinks about.
I quite like the fact that it shows he cares.
Yeah, there's passion.
Because he's had criticism over the years that he doesn't work hard enough. He doesn't care about it. He's made his money. He's not bothered about golf. But that obviously shows that there's still some hunger. There's a bit of something burning there, and he's frustrated that he didn't win. He didn't play as well as he would hope. So maybe that might kickstart him to possibly. I mean, he could be a good bet for the Masters, couldn't he? Huh? I mean, he's not. That would be his career Grand Slam completed.
Got a good run.
I don't know.
He could have a good run in that, couldn't he?
I'd like to see him do it.
Yeah. Oh, I'd like to see him do it, definitely. Yeah. Well, I think that's it for this week, isn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Are we all chatted out? We've chatted out. Finished off with Rory McIlroy, but there we go.
A little bit of golf talk.
A little bit of golf chat. Bit of tour chat.
Tour chat in the Sunday show. Somebody just does chatting rubbish. I mean, it's just
Well, good to see you back on the channel.
And you.
We'll see everybody again next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.
See you later.